All right. You open the video. I owe you an apology. Right from the outset, I'm going to tell you, I owe you an apology because when we're going to talk about this issue of taking extreme personal responsibility, this is something that is near and dear to my heart because I can promise you, it is the one thing that has been the defining character piece of my life. I mean, I have not always been accountable to my life, but when it occurred to me that accountability was linked to my own success, it was like a light bulb went off on my head. Today, what we're going to talk about, and the best real estate agent tips I've learned in 23 years. In tip number 7, we're going to talk about extreme personal accountability. Listen, here, everybody says, okay, that they want to be self-employed. Everybody says that they want to be the master of their own ship, the captain of their soul. They are going to follow their destiny, right? Everybody says that. But when it's time to do entrepreneur stuff, when it's time to do self-employed stuff, when it's time to do the hunting that it takes, it's like I can't even find them, right? Many people I see who become realtors, all right, lack the discipline it takes, okay, to take the steps necessary for success because it requires personal accountability, the extreme kind. See, so if you're writing down notes, I'd write down point number 1. What is extreme personal accountability? Extreme is defined as the reaching of a high or the highest degree, right? So in this context, what we're talking about is taking extreme accountability, being personally responsible to the highest degree, meaning everything. Everything in your business, everything in your life, everything in your bank account, everything in your health, everything in your relationships, everything in your spiritual life, everything in your life is up to you. It's your responsibility. Now, if you'll bear with me, right? Why is this important? Why would you want to take this extreme belief that this is entirely your responsibility? Well, okay, you have really 2 logical choices, right? Either it's not your fault, it's not your responsibility, or it is your responsibility. Because if it's not yours, well, it's somebody else's or something else's. Somebody treated you wrong, something happened to you, something whatever, right? You didn't have the money, didn't have the responsibility, whatever it was. You didn't have this, and it's not your fault. It's not your responsibility. Or it is your responsibility. Yes, these other things happened. However, I could have maybe done another thing. You see, you have to ask yourself, which one of these decisions is going to give you the power that you need to make choices in your business as a realtor? Okay? Look, the power to make choices in this business is your ultimate power source, okay? It's your power source, your ability to make differences in the world, to make changes in your community, to help other people, to get in the lives of that little old lady who needs to sell her home. I mean, whatever it is that turns you on, it could be your ultimate power source that just gets you started every day. Or those choices can be your kryptonite. The bell goes off and you're laying in bed. And you just, turn over and you turn it off and you go right back to sleep because you made a choice. You made a choice to go back to sleep. You made a choice to not do your goal. You made a choice not to get on the phone. You made a choice not to get out there and text these people. You made a choice not to go on those presentations. You made a choice not to do the things that it would take for you to be successful. Now, let's suppose you get this little demon in your head that says, well, gosh, I wasn't successful because all these people told me no. Then that's fair. Maybe they did. Do you not then have a choice to get better, to try and learn from your mistakes? Is it not possible that there were other people in a similar situation who overcame that problem or that objection or that circumstance in your marketplace? Of course there were. And if there was somebody else who looks like you, acts like you, is your age, whatever, who did it, well, then you can do it too. By believing that ultimately everything in your business is your responsibility. You know, a lot of people like to take this issue of fault and responsibility. Fault assigns blame. Fault says you're the one who's responsible for this. That's what it is. Fault is assigning blame, assigning responsibility. But when you take responsibility, because ultimately it was you were the one who made the choice to hire that person or whatever, when you make that responsible, you can make the choice to fire that person then. Maybe I made a bad choice to hire that person. I won't do that again. You're fired. Whatever it was, right? But now you can make choices to improve your business. Guys, I really appreciate you listening to this tip. I hope it was helpful for you. Sorry for the theatrics. I've maybe had a little bit too much Dr. Pepper. Have a powerful sales day. Bye-bye.